Could this be the moment that changes everything? What secret move by Jungkook and Taehyung left HYBE stunned and ARMY in shock? And why are fans saying this is only the beginning? Breaking. HYBE shocked as Jungkook and Taehyung make a crazy move. ARMY can't believe it. What if the two stars you thought you knew suddenly did something no one saw coming? What if a single move could shake an entire company, confuse millions of fans, and open a door to a future nobody dared to imagine? Could this really be happening right now, in front of our eyes, while the world is watching? Stay with this story until the end, because what you are about to read is not just news. It is an emotional roller coaster that might change how you see Jungkook, Taehyung, and even HYBE forever. Before you continue, don't forget to like, comment what you think is really happening, and subscribe so you don't miss the next shocking chapter of this story. It all began quietly, almost too quietly, like the calm before a storm no one wanted to believe was coming. On an ordinary morning, when fans were scrolling through their phones expecting the usual updates, something strange appeared. Not a clear announcement, not a bold headline, but a series of subtle signs that made the sharpest ARMY stop and think. Jungkook posted something that didn't look like his usual style. Taehyung shared a moment that felt different, deeper, almost coded. At first, people laughed it off, saying fans were overthinking again. But what if this time, the fans were right? Inside HYBE, the atmosphere was not as calm as it looked from the outside. Staff members noticed unusual meetings being held behind closed doors. Executives who normally walked with confidence suddenly looked tense, checking their phones more often than usual. Whispers started to move through the building like shadows. Something big was coming, but no one wanted to say it out loud. And then it happened. Jungkook and Taehyung were seen together in a place no one expected. It wasn't a studio, it wasn't a stage. It wasn't even a familiar city for their usual schedules. The photos were blurry, taken from far away, but clear enough to recognize their silhouettes, their style, their unmistakable presence. Why were they there? Who were they meeting? And most importantly, why did HYBE look so unprepared for this? ARMY exploded. Social media turned into a battlefield of theories, emotions, excitement, fear, and hope. Some fans screamed that this was a sign of a new era. Others worried that something was wrong. Many asked the same question again and again. Are Jungkook and Taehyung planning something on their own? What made this moment even more shocking was the timing. Everything seemed to be following a certain path, a plan that fans thought they understood. But suddenly, that path broke into two, and no one knew which way Jungkook and Taehyung were going. Were they still walking with the company? Or were they slowly stepping into a world where they would make their own rules? People inside the industry began to talk. Not officially, not on record, but in low voices, in private messages, in worried expressions. Some said HYBE was surprised, even shocked, by how fast Jungkook and Taehyung moved. Others said the company knew something was coming. But not like this, not so suddenly, not so boldly. Then came the moment that made everything feel real. A short clip surfaced, only a few seconds long, but powerful enough to shake the fandom. Jungkook and Taehyung were walking side by side, not smiling for cameras, not performing, just walking with serious expressions, like two people who had made a big decision. Fans replayed that clip thousands of times. Every step they took felt heavy with meaning. Were they nervous? Were they excited? Were they scared? Or were they finally free? HYBE released a short, careful statement. It didn't explain much. It didn't deny anything clearly. It didn't confirm anything either. And that silence was louder than any words. When a company that usually controls every detail suddenly becomes vague, people start to believe that something truly unexpected has happened. ARMY didn't just watch this story, they lived it. Some fans cried, saying they felt like they were standing at the edge of a new chapter, not knowing if it would be beautiful or painful. Others felt proud, believing that Jungkook and Taehyung were finally brave enough to follow their own hearts. Many felt confused, stuck between trust in the artists they love and fear of what this could mean for the future. But what exactly was this crazy move everyone was talking about? It wasn't just one thing. It was a combination of actions that, when put together, felt like a message. Jungkook suddenly changed the way he communicated with fans, speaking more openly about dreams, choices, and fear of regret. Taehyung shared words that sounded like goodbye and hello at the same time. Not clear enough to be a farewell, not simple enough to be random. It was like they were slowly preparing everyone for something big, something that would not fit into the old frame. Some fans believed they were preparing a project outside the usual system. Something more personal, more free, something that did not belong to the strict structure of a big company. Others believed this could be about life, about choosing happiness over comfort, about daring to step into the unknown, even when the world expects you to stay where you are. Inside HYBE, the pressure grew. When artists as big as Jungkook and Taehyung move in unexpected ways, it is not just an artistic issue. It is a business shock, an emotional shock, and a cultural shock. The company that helped build legends now had to face the fact that legends also grow, change, and sometimes want more than what they were first given. The craziest part was how calm Jungkook and Taehyung looked. While the world was panicking, while fans were arguing, while media was guessing, they looked peaceful. That peace scared some people more than chaos ever could. Because peace usually comes after a decision has already been made. ARMY started noticing details they had never paid attention to before. Old interviews where Jungkook talked about wanting to create freely. Old moments where Taehyung said he didn't like being trapped in one image. Suddenly, those old words felt like clues that had been hiding in plain sight for years. Had this moment been planned in their hearts long before anyone else knew? And then something emotional happened. A fan posted a message saying, "If they leave the path we know, will we still follow?" That simple question broke many hearts. Because the answer was not easy. Following someone into the unknown takes courage. Loving someone means accepting that they might change in ways you don't expect. Many fans answered that question with tears, saying they would follow, no matter what. Others admitted they were scared but still willing to try. Some were honest enough to say they needed time. And that was okay too. Because this story was not just about idols making a move. It was about millions of people learning how to let go of certainty and trust in the people they loved. HYBE, meanwhile, faced a new reality. A company can create opportunities, but it cannot own dreams. And when dreams grow bigger than plans, something has to change. No one knows exactly how HYBE felt in that moment, but the signs were clear. Their surprise was real. Their shock was real. And their silence said more than any long statement ever could. Jungkook and Taehyung did not explain everything. They didn't sit down for a long interview to tell their side. Instead, they let their actions speak. And those actions were loud. They appeared in places that felt personal. They met people that didn't fit the usual pattern. They shared moments that felt raw, human, and honest. Not polished, not controlled, not perfect. Just real. Some fans said this was the bravest thing they had ever done. Others said it was risky. But almost everyone agreed on one thing. This was not normal. This was not business as usual. This was history being written in slow, emotional steps. As days passed, the shock didn't fade. It grew. Because every new small detail added more questions than answers. Every new post, every new sighting, every new silence became a piece of a puzzle no one could fully solve. People started asking bigger questions. What does freedom really mean for artists? Can you grow without breaking something behind you? Is it possible to change without hurting those who love you? Jungkook once said that music was his way of breathing. Taehyung once said that art was how he spoke when words failed. If breathing and speaking both change, then life itself changes too. Maybe this crazy move was not crazy at all. Maybe it was necessary.